Walmart in early talks to buy health insurer Humana. This is the latest effort to target Amazon's ever-expanding portfolio push, a story with so many implications that we've brought in the best and the brightest to help us break it down. Fox Business's Deirdre Bolton and market watchers John Layfield and Shelby Holiday. Shelby, let me start with you on this. It's merger mania out there, and all in an effort of these large companies, these are large, formerly unbeatable giants trying to keep up with Amazon.
Right, and the Wall Street Journal broke this, and there is no promise of a deal at this point. But it would be a massive deal if it is actually done, and if shareholders and regulators actually bless it. Now, something that has been raised a little bit is the president's going after Amazon for having a monopoly. Would he take issue with Walmart trying to try to get its hands in so many different buckets? But at this point, it looks promising, and it sent shares of Humana way up yesterday, I think 10%.
Yeah, right after the bell, 10%, John. But yeah, this is the world we're growing. I mean, we're living in, and I guess the argument is that ultimately, how do you compete if you're an old brick and mortar name with these new companies led by Amazon if you can't do these kind of mergers?
Well, a lot can't. You had 7,800 retail stores get closed last year. You had, to give you a comparison, 6,163 in the height of the recession in 2008. So we're losing a lot of stores in retail. The ones that can compete right now are people like Walmart who have economies of scale. Walmart was the original mom and pop killer about 20 years ago. The same talk that you're hearing now about Amazon, you heard about Walmart. Now these two guys are competing against each other. They got to be vertically integrated. They've got to be huge. They've got to be a global market. It's terrible for retail. It's going to be great for consumers. Walmart lowered food inflation by 1%. They could do the same thing for healthcare. They're partnering with JP Morgan and Berkshire Hathaway to get a healthcare plan that's going to be more affordable than the Obamacare Act. This could be good for consumers, bad for retail.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I think this whole space, your point, is consolidating, right? We have this CVS Aetna merger as well, which is $69 billion. And to your point, Shelby, of course, the Wall Street Journal breaking this story saying it would be around $37 billion if it closed. That is to say, the Walmart Humana. But I think, yeah, this is the Walmart answer to the possibility of Amazon, JP Morgan, and Berkshire Hathaway. And if you recall, those companies didn't even announce plans. It's just Amazon just said, we might do this.
Right.
And all the other stocks in that industry just went crazy.
Well, we've seen it over and over again. Anytime Amazon hints that they're going to go into a particular industry, the stocks in that industry, no matter how large, get hammered. And it's not just
Everyone
this,
starts
right?
shaking.
I mean, there's also in the last couple of weeks, we've heard perhaps Target and Kroger getting together.
Yeah.
Kroger, once the largest supermarket chain in this country. So it cuts across all industries where everyone's sort of bulking up to try to have this last-ditch battle with this internet giant.
It might not actually be a bad thing for consumers, given all of the fear of a trade war and perhaps increased prices if we slap some tariffs on China. Maybe these mergers, maybe these more efficient companies would be able to keep prices relatively low.
Oh, no, I
perhaps
think
the consumer wouldn't
even
see it.
Aetna came out and said, actually, we're going to pass along the discounts that we get from generic drug makers to you when you go and fill out prescriptions. So I actually think for consumers, they're probably like, thank goodness this took long enough. This whole system has been clunky. It's been expensive. It's hard to navigate. And I know the most conservative of conservatives don't want single payer, but actually these private businesses may in a large way provide the solution that even those single payer people want to have, if that makes sense.
Well, then, John, does the fact that you have these sort of mergers being talked about or contemplated add some credibility to President Trump's concerns about Amazon and its size and the sort of competitive impediment that it holds? I mean, the essence of antitrust legislation is to stop monopolies.
Right.
And to your point, at one point we talked about the Whole Foods, not Whole Foods, but Walmart being one. But historically, we've seen where the government has stepped in when they thought that they were just too much of a disadvantage for any new companies or existing companies to compete.
Right. I don't think that's the case with Amazon. I think President Trump, it certainly looks like he's taken a personal vendetta against Jeff Bezos, who owns the Washington Post, and going after him because of his political leanings. There is, in my mind, my opinion, no reason to go after Amazon on antitrust.
Despite all of those companies that you just told us went out of business.
And I'll tell you something even worse. Amazon growing at 25% means that in the next 3 years they'll double, which means everything they've done in the last 20 years, they will do again in the next 3. This is retail. This is really bad for retail, but they're only at 5% of total retail sales. This is not Standard Oil. This is not the AT&T. Not even close to a monopoly. Amazon is simply bringing a better service. Same thing Walmart did. You may not like it. Jobs are not going to be completely lost because a lot of those jobs are going to go to Amazon.
And you feel the same way, Shelby?
Well, it's a vertical integration. It's not them dominating the entire retail sector, they're getting involved in healthcare, they're getting involved in groceries, they're getting involved in different industries across the board. And I think Deirdre's right. If you're looking at this and you've seen what Amazon's done to your book prices and your retail prices and your toilet paper prices, you're probably pretty pumped.
I shared the story yesterday of AMP.
Right.
And locally, most people know it. It's a supermarket that filed for bankruptcy 3 years ago. In 1946, a federal judge found the CEO, executives in the company criminally liable because they artificially made prices too low. And Truman wanted to break the company up into 7 different companies. In other words, it's historically, we've seen this sort of vertical integration and the dominance of it, and we've seen governments, it's not even before, I mean, they had a 30-year fight with different administrations, Republican and Democrat. The great AMP, the great Atlantic and Pacific, they had 16,000 stores in 1929, the first retailer to do $1 billion in annual revenue. They dominated, and guess what? They wanted to break them up. But to your point, Eisenhower said no, and eventually the markets caught up. But I mean, it took a long time.
You know, people are talking about it. It's surprising. These are used to be the free market people. The free market people are now going after antitrust allegations against Amazon when they have 5% market share of retail. I mean, this is absolutely insane.
I agree with that too. And the idea of the taxation, Amazon, to my knowledge, and I have poured through this, has not broken one tax law.
And they're making money, so it's not like they're pricing below market. I'm sorry.
Well, they're not making money. They're making money on the cloud. Let's be honest about it.
But
they're not making money on the stuff they sell.
That's a legitimate business. There's nothing wrong with the cloud business.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And the post office, by the way, needs them more than they need the post office. This is ridiculous to claim that they're taking advantage of the post office. That is simply not true. The
they're
post
setting
office,
up their own shipping.
And they're going to.
They want to get into the business of shipping.
If they get
That
away
could
from the
hurt the
post office, the post office goes bankrupt.
Right.
It's about competition.
Right.
They are making post office is making more money off Amazon. The post office needs Amazon much more than Amazon needs the post office.
In the last quarter, the post office lost $500 million. So they got some.
That's because they're horribly run, and they're not allowed to being run as a business. That has to do with politics.
Can we also say that the real key ingredient here with respect to Amazon is the market value that Wall Street has afforded this company, gives them unlimited access to unlimited money, and that's why they can operate most of their businesses at a loss. I mean, it is amazing, the market valuation, even before they had, the cloud business is making money now, but they ran negative for years.
It's true, but they turned a big profit last quarter, if I'm not mistaken. And they're starting to make a lot of money. But you are right. People did bet on the ideas and the concept.
And to your point, Charles, most CEOs would not get that runway. Jeff Bezos has been very good at being able to take something that most CEOs would not do. The acquisition of Souq.com in the Middle East is as big as anything they've done.
They're brilliant. It's a brilliant company.
Well, I was just going to say, it's strategic. I mean, Jeff Bezos is not the richest guy in the world because he just kind of hoped that would happen one day. I mean, this is somebody who has been thinking since before 1995 when Amazon was founded. He's a strategic thinker. Right. He spent time on Wall Street. He knows what he's doing. I mean, we talked about this story, the origin story yesterday, that Seattle wasn't even his first choice. He wanted to put the company on an Indian reservation near San Francisco. The state of California dinged that. But the point is, he was already thinking about taxes for this company before he even set up his first headquarters.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's a brilliant guy. It's an amazing success story. And but I do believe politicians on both sides of the aisle will keep coming after them because they're only, to your point, going to become more successful, and they'll have a variety of reasons from monopoly or to the amount of energy that they use.